Okay, so 7.4 is going to be identities where we can take something that may be multiplied together and take it to something that's added together, just so it's easier on us, or take something that's added together and make it something that's multiplied together. Just depends on the situation. So first, let's derive one. I'll show you how to derive one, and then go from there. So if we first take sine of x plus y and use its identity, and this was our identity we learned in the last section, or 2 sections ago. And then take the other one, the difference. The difference was sine of x cosine y. Minus, it's a minus sign. Minus cosine of x sine y. If I add those two together, okay, on this side I'm going to have sine of x plus y, and on this side I'm going to have sine plus sine of x minus y. You see that these two are the same, and these two are opposites, so they'll cancel out. And all I'm left with on the right side is 2 sine of x cosine of y. So then if I divide by 2, I get sine of x cosine of y, is equal to 1/2 of all that other stuff, which was sine of x plus y plus sine of x minus y. And that went from a product, two things, multiplied together, to two things added together. Okay, it may be more complex, but sometimes you have no other way but to do it that way. So similarly, if you move things around, do similar techniques to what I just did, we can come up with all the other ones. If we have cosine of x times sine of y, that's going to be 1/2 of sine of x plus y minus sine of x minus y. If we do sine of x sine of y, that's going to be cosine of x minus y minus cosine of x plus y. And then the last one is cosine of x cosine of y. It is 1/2 of cosine of x plus y plus cosine of x minus y. Okay, and you can derive all those the same way I just did. Instead of adding the sums and the difference, you would subtract to get some of the other ones. So like on this one, you would subtract it. This one you subtract the cosine ones. This one you would add the cosine ones. Okay, so let's do one problem here. Let's say we have, we'll say we want to evaluate, sine of 105 degrees times sine of 15 degrees. Okay, so your x is 105, your y is 15. So if we use our formula, now both of those we don't really know what they are. They're going to be some weird number. So if we plug into our formula, that's going to be cosine of 105 minus 15 minus cosine of 105 plus 15, which is 1/2 times cosine of 90 degrees minus cosine of 120 degrees. And if we put those in our calculator, they're real simple numbers. Cosine of 90 degrees is 0. and cosine of 120 degrees is negative 1/2. So we get 1/2 times 1/2, or 1/4. Okay? So you can see it'll simplify certain things that don't have nice answers down to things that do have nice answers. Okay, now the sum to product is a little bit trickier. So let's start with our product to sum for this guy. Sine x cosine y, that's going to be 1/2 of sine of x plus y plus sine of x minus y. Okay, now stick with me here. This is going to be a little bit trickier. I'm going to divide both of these by 2. I'm going to make my x plus y divided by 2. I'll make my y x minus y divided by 2. Okay, so if I plug those into this formula over here, I might have to use 2 lines for this. This is going to be sine of x plus y divided by 2 plus x minus y divided by 2 plus sine of x plus y divided by 2 minus x minus y divided by 2. Okay? When I combine those down, you see that on this first guy here, I have 2 x's and then the y's cancel. And then if I have 2 x's divided by 2, I'm left with just x. So I have sine of x, and then same way with the other side, I have sine of y. Okay? So then there, multiply both sides by 2 to get rid of that 1/2. So to go from something that's added together to something that's multiplied together, we have 2 times the sine of x plus y over 2 times cosine of x minus y over 2. It's kind of complicated. So if you do it the same way for the other guys, you would have for sine of x minus sine of y, you would have 2 cosine of x plus y over 2 sine of x minus y over 2. If you do cosine of x plus cosine of y, that's going to be 2 cosine of x plus y over 2 cosine of x minus y over 2. And if you do cosine of x minus cosine of y, that is going to be negative 2 sine of x plus y over 2 sine of x minus y over 2. Okay, so for example, say I want to find sine of 105 degrees minus sine of 15 degrees. Okay, using my formula, that's going to be 2 cosine of 105 plus 15 over 2 sine of 105 minus 15 over 2, which is going to give me 2 cosine of 60 degrees sine of 45 degrees, which cosine of 60 degrees is 1/2. Sine of 45 degrees is 1 over the square root of 2. So we have 2 over 2 square roots of 2, or just 1 over the square root of 2. Okay? And that's it.